Well, hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to Cruise Chat Live. I'm Walter, your independent travel advisor with Where's Walter Travel, and as always, I've got my lovely wife Rebecca sitting right off camera. It's a little surprise show. I know we were going to do a land tour thing, but our partner had to postpone. She's coming back in March. So we thought, you know what, let's bring you up to date. We've got some new group cruises that were just launched this past week, and we've got some other ideas that we want to talk to you about. Let's see. Jenny B, how you doing? Nurse Tara is here. I got Christy, I got Eric, I got Mimi, Alex, Becky, Sue, Robert. Wow. Hi, guys. How you all doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. As you know, I'm your independent travel advisor. We do cruises, land, luxury, expedition. We got a lot of fun group cruises. Wait. Breaking news. I'm being told somebody is waiting for us in the green room. Are you sure? Are they in the green room right now? Oh, we've got somebody in the green room, I do believe. Stand by. Oh, Tony.
How did I get here? Hey, what's up, everybody?
What room is that? Where is that? How you doing, man?
So, am I hearing right? Am I the second choice? What? Somebody canceled?
Crap. Man. You weren't supposed to hear it. No, nobody canceled. You were the plan all along, my friend.
All right, good. Oh, wow,
you were always there
too. What's up, Jenny B? What are you doing? Hey, hey, what's up, everybody? Walter, how you doing, my friend? You're looking well.
Thank you.
Sounding busy.
Busy, very, very busy. Somebody launched a group cruise this week. They thought it'd be a good idea. So yeah, we're busy.
You right? I mean, you're going to Canada, is what I heard, on the Virgin ship.
I'm going to Canada on a Virgin ship, and you're going to Canada on a Princess ship.
Oh,
how about that?
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Why did we schedule that at the same time?
Back first? I don't know.
Now we're going to find out who really loves who, because who's going to get the most bookings on this? Oh well, no, we are.
Rebecca's
like, he's getting them.
I'm assuming you. We kind of waited to the last minute on this thing.
No, this is all good. This is so good. Thank you, Tony. And this was literally last minute. Tony, thank you so much for just popping in. Really, really do appreciate it.
Glad to
appreciate everybody. What is up with what's the latest in Lido Loca world right now?
You know, it's we've been on a cadence of trying to travel 1 week a month and then stay at home for 3 weeks. And so for me, my 3 weeks is almost up. So I did the Margaritaville at Sea cruise earlier this month, and now I'm hotly anticipating going on my very first theme cruise ever. I think that starts the 5th of February, the official Comic-Con cruise that's taken out of Tampa on a Royal Caribbean ship. I don't know what ship it is. Yeah. So the folks in San Diego have dipped their toe in the theme cruise business.
What?
And so it's going to be pretty exciting.
I did not even realize that, because I'm so used to Six Man and Norwegian doing all those cruises. Wow.
I'm not sure who's running that one, honestly. I just signed up through the website, but I've been hooked up with that cruise for a little over a year. So they've been pushing it forward. I don't think I'm going to know a ton of the people on board, but George Takei is going to be there, from the original Star Trek. Ted Lange from the Love Boat's going to be there. And then there's a bunch of other sci-fi artists, but it's going to be a neat setup. Really, they every night in the main theater they're going to have a panel like that you see at Comic-Con, and so they're splitting the group into two. So they'll be running the panel a couple times. They got some theme nights. They got a cosplay night and a pajama night and a Hawaiian shirt night. Should be a wild scene. It's 5 days, just Tampa over to Cozumel, and so got that in February, and then. I don't know if I have anything else in February, but that's the next thing I got coming up. When do you cruise again?
No, I think you got something else in February. I think
that's right. That's right. I can't keep any of this straight. Back on Margaritaville at Sea Islander to get my wedding vows renewed. That's we've been working hard rewriting our vows. So because that's what you told me, that everybody on it has to write their vows and recite them in front of everybody. Is that
No. The captain's going to do it.
That's what Jenny B said. I had to write something romantic for her.
I mean, you could, while the captain's doing his thing, you could kind of do something quietly and romantic to Jenny.
Man, I've been checking out poetry books and copying verses for 3 months now. Oh.
I'm just using Chat GPT. Tell me how much I love.
That's right. Interestingly, I do use Chat GPT from time to time, and it was down for a big period of time today. Like the world was freaking out because Chat GPT. It's funny how dependent you become on some of these tools and stuff. It's
right.
Yeah.
Right. Like TikTok, everybody thought the world was going to end in like 8 hours. Like, okay, we're back. Anyway, folks, we're talking about cruising. Tony is going on. We have a big Margaritaville Islander Valentine's cruise. It's February 11th through the 17th, I think it is.
Yep.
And you guys were gracious enough to come on board. We're actually going to do a Lido Loca meetup on the first full day of the cruise. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then, as you mentioned, I think it's February 13th. We're going to try and time it around sunset, have a vow renewal outside with the captain. It's going to be awesome.
It's exciting. Get to say I do all over again.
I know. It's going to be so amazing. And I see Zach is watching. So I just kind of wanted to put this out here because Zach's wife is a big duck fan, and she has no idea what's in this bag. This is from Miami. And I know this is killing her because she's not going to see it until Saturday. So anyway, there, Mindy. But let's talk about group cruises. And folks, if you guys have any questions at all about cruising, Tony's just going to hang out with us for a little bit. He's not going to be here for the whole hour. I'm imposing on him enough. But let's talk about. We do have some really cool group cruises. I'm going to push this out of the way. And this is the first one. This is the one you just announced. Why don't you tell us about it, Tony?
So this one's really exciting. This one's happening this October. Jenny B and I had been talking about going on this itinerary either way. And we thought, hey, what a better way to hang out with some friends and to meet some new people than to go on this group cruise. So this is going out of New York City. It's a Canada and New England group cruise. I don't remember the itinerary. Scroll. We're on the Enchanted Princess. The Enchanted Princess. Newport, Boston. We're going to Portland, Maine, St. John, New Brunswick, Halifax, Nova Scotia, and then we're going to do a sea day and come right back to New York. What's really fascinating about this cruise is it's very port intensive. So think about that. Yes. How often do you go on a 7-day cruise and only one sea day? And then there's an interesting thing with this cruise. Princess is also offering a land part of this cruise. So you could do a land and sea on this cruise. The land happens before the sea. But it starts on the what's the land on the 4th or something
Washington
like that?
Starts in Washington.
Washington. It goes to Virginia. It goes to Monticello, Colonial Williamsburg. Also goes over to Philadelphia, and then eventually end up in New York City. But I tell you what, if you're a history buff, this land part is pretty special.
That it's going to be pretty doggone awesome. And, all the information, if you go to Tony's site, there's a link in this video. If you go to our website, there is a link to this page that I'm scrolling through right now. And one of the cool things about this right now is there's this little button over here that says book your spot today. You click that, you answer some questions, and then you can see all the pricing right there, which is really cool. And if you want to go ahead and sign up for the cruise, you can literally sign up for the cruise without even reaching out. You just authorize your deposit and boom, you're on the ship with Jenny and Tony B. So much better than the way we did it last time. I've been trying to make it easier for everybody.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Very nice.
Exactly. Let me get back up here to the top. So if you folks got any questions about that at all, definitely reach out. It is a great cruise. We have a competing cruise against that. We're not competing. It's just totally different. And we'll talk about that later. But the other one that you have, and this one is the great. We have, Tony, I want to say we have like 250 people already on this one.
This is going to be a really special cruise. This is the first time that we've seen Norwegian Cruise Line cruise out of Philadelphia. I don't think it's ever. But it's been 15 or 20 years. But 20. So we're going to have the Jewel cruising out of Philadelphia. This is the Lido Loca Bermuda Triangle cruise. This is in 2026, April of 2026. Going to leave Philadelphia, make our way, into the Atlantic Ocean, go to Bermuda for an overnight. Then we go down to Charleston, South Carolina, and then back up to Philadelphia, making the full triangle. I'm excited about this one because those are places I've never been. Never been to Philly, never been to Bermuda, never been to Charleston, never been on a cruise ship. And I'm very excited about that. And then that one's happening in April of next year. And we still have spots on that, but like you said, it's going to be a big group. We're gonna have some group activities.
Rebecca's going to snag that. My phone just decided to go ahead and ring. Yeah, you take it.
Gonna have some great meet and greets, some great group opportunities, some opportunities for group excursions, and so yeah, really looking forward to it.
And this ship, as you can see right here, this ship, you know, the one thing Norwegian has done, they've sent a lot of their older ships back in, and they've done some extensive refurbishment on them. Lots of great dining choices on this ship. And like you said,
we're going to be together on this one. You're going to be on this one.
Yes.
We did throw you for a loop a little bit by springing the October one on you when you already had something, but this one will come together in wonderful, forceful presence. All of us there together.
Oh, man. And what's really cool about this one, too, it's a Thursday to Thursday. So, you know, we've been talking about, well, you know, why don't we set up maybe a hotel for Monday and then go explore Philadelphia? Like you said, you've never been. I've been, but very briefly. So Rebecca lived up in that area. So, you know, why not come in on Monday and maybe spend Tuesday and Wednesday exploring the city before we go on the ship?
Hit the streets, get a cheesesteak sandwich. Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, we're going to try to set up like maybe a group hotel or something for that day, for those couple of days for folks coming in. And I want to say something like 30 years. And I believe we're going under 2 bridges on the way out.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I love going under a bridge. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you think? Yeah. And folks, if you got questions about these, go ahead and drop them in the comments. What did you think? I don't know how many times you've been out of Tampa, but when I went on the Islander, that was my very first time. And what a cool, like for Florida, usually, okay, we get up and we're gone. And that one, it's just like this nice meandering, out you go, and then all of a sudden you're going under the bridge. What do you think of that sailaway?
I love it. I love going under that Skyway Bridge. I was just trying to calculate. I think maybe I've done 4 Tampa cruises, 2 on the Carnival Paradise, 1 on a Norwegian ship, either 4 or 5. That might have been my 5th time. I love it. Like, you know, I think I've missed it once because I was at dinner, but like on this one, I was like, well, no, I'm going to make sure I adjust my schedule around it. It was cool that I've been under it during the day and then I've been under it when it's dark. And it was really neat the last time, all the lighting on the bridge. And it never feels like that, you know, like you intellectually know that the ship has clearance. It never feels like that when you're looking at it. You're like, oh, this is going to, you know, it's going to hit. But I think it's a really neat, it's, you know, you're like, okay, it'll be cool to go ahead and get out to sea. It takes a couple hours to get to that bridge after you leave. So, but it is really neat.
It is. It's like, I think I clocked it. It was like 2.5 hours before you actually get there. Yeah. And I didn't realize that, you know, it was our first time out of Tampa. I'm like, wow, we are really going slow. And then it was like, I don't know, 30 minutes into it, I'm like, oh, there's the bridge. Way out there.
Way out
like
in the distance.
City bridge. It was so cool. So cool. So is there a group hotel for Tampa 210? No, we were too late getting a group hotel together. But Susie, if you need help getting a hotel, just reach out. Just reach out. We'll be glad to help you get a Tampa hotel. We've gotten them for a few folks, and it's really easy to get to the pier from Tampa, especially if you stay, what is it called? The Channel District or something like that, Tony?
Yeah, Channel Side. I think it's Channel Side.
Yeah, something like that. So it's really easy to get on down that way. So what else you got coming up this year? You got anything else coming up after February? I'm sure you do.
Yeah, it's true. I feel like I have a lot. I'll go to Portugal to go on the new NCL Aqua. I'm going to do a Portugal to Southampton sailing. I'll be on the new MSC World America later in the year. I've got a cruise on the Carnival Paradise out of Tampa. My sister's going to go on her very first cruise. So we're going to go on a real easy one out of Tampa.
There you go.
We got the Star Princess later in the year in December. It's, you know, we still have a big gap. It's interesting. We still have a big gap in the middle of the year. And Jenny B and I were talking possibly about going on Cunard and maybe just doing a couple crossings just because they do it so frequently, just to get out on the high seas and go see that. I thought that the QE2 only went from New York to Southampton, but we found an itinerary where it actually goes from New York to Germany and then Germany back. So You know, you've talked up a river cruise and some other folks have talked. So we're like, maybe transatlantic river cruise, come back on the transatlantic. So we're still trying to fill in the gaps in our summer, but we're not sure yet what all. But there's definitely some things to do. So kind of excited.
That's exactly what I want to do. I want to do the Cunard, do a river cruise. In fact, I wanted to do Cunard river cruise, ocean, and then ocean back. But yeah, no, they have some that continue all the way to Hamburg. They do about 21, 22. I thought they did them like all the time, but they do about 21, 22 transatlantics a year now because they take the QM2 and send her off and do some other things as well.
Very cool.
And while we're chatting, because I know you're only going to be here for a little bit, let me just pop this stuff back up on the screen. And Alex is asking, have you got any pre-cruise plans yet in your mind for New York, New York? Besides a pretzel.
Not yet. We also have a lot of family in New York, so we're trying to decide whether we're going to go in early or stay a few days after. I've never seen a Broadway play. I've never been to the museum I've never been to the Met, the Metropolitan Museum of Art. So I would really like to spend a couple of days knocking around the city and doing some stuff. I've been there a couple of times, but not really anything extensively. So we might hang out afterwards just to see family and do some stuff then. But I don't know. We might come in early and do something too. I don't know. We're on the fence. We haven't figured it out yet.
There we go. I'm clicking around, messing up. So sorry. If you're going to do what?
I was going to say, I think to be honest, if we go back 1 week from today, which 1 week ago Wednesday, I don't even think we had this cruise in mind. So it's all still kind of fresh. I can't remember when I pitched it to you. Yeah.
It was like 2 weeks ago or something, a week and a half ago. You were like, hey, let's do this. And I was hey, let's see if we can get the space. And we did. And Princess is such a great partner to work with. I love working with those guys. Norwegian is a great partner to work with as well with this Philadelphia cruise. But with New York, you want to get that TKTS app on your phone. Anybody going to New York, there is an app called TKTS, just like tickets. And that is because, they got that half price ticket place in Times Square. The app is tied to it, and it shows you what shows they have that day before you get there. So, yeah.
TKTS.
What's that?
Very
Go ahead, hon. You got a mic.
And the musical, when you're at the tickets place in Times Square, the musicals have one line and plays have another. And the play line, you can go right up to the front no matter when. Musical line is forever.
So if you're just going to go see a play, it's easy.
Interesting. I was listening to podcasts the other day, and like Bill Burr and some other people like that are actually going to be in a production of Glengarry Glen Ross, which is one of my favorite movies, which I've never seen the play of that. But I was like, I'm going to have to look and see if that's still in town when we go there.
I grew up in the Hudson Valley, and we were like the last stop on Metro North. And to this day, I've never seen a play on Broadway. I've only seen musicals. And my first one was Liza Minnelli when I was like in 6th grade. And I've only seen musicals my whole life. So we were even talking about that. I was like, I've never actually seen a play. So
that'd be cool.
Might have to do that. Yeah. Might have to do that.
Sure.
Well, Tony, it's been almost 20 minutes. I know you said you had about 20 minutes time. I don't want to keep you. Thank you for popping in. We're going to keep talking about some more group cruises, including yours. But thank you so much for taking a little time to pop in.
Always a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. And looking forward to the year that we've got coming up together. So I appreciate, Walter. I just got to say, we've just been working together for maybe like 6 months or something now. And I can't say enough good things about you and Rebecca and the stuff that you guys do. You guys have a really great business there. And we really appreciate all the assistance that you give us and the help that you give us. So big thanks. Much appreciated.
Oh, man. Thank you. And thank you for all the support from you and Jenny B. And man, I tell you what, when we met up, what was it, like 6 months ago, and Jenny B started talking about, maybe we should start working together, I about fell off my chair. So just thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the evening. You got to go work on those vows. I know.
That's right. Yeah. Well, now I got to return a bunch of library books now that you told me it's already. So I hope they have a night drop box. I don't know, but.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Well, you have yourself an amazing evening. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, that was a lot of fun, huh? How about that? I love Mr. Tony. Mr. Tony is just the best, and of course, his lovely wife, Jenny B. Just like me and Rebecca. What a great team to work with, and we are incredibly proud to be their travel partners. So thank you so much. All right, guys. And Jenny, thanks for popping in on there. Anybody else working on wedding vows for the 11th? All I know is that the captain is really excited. If you didn't sign up for that cruise, I'm sorry, man. You're going to miss out on some fun. Even if you're not married, you can just come and partake in the thing. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, but hey, guys, how are you all doing? Let's see what we got here. Oh man, Susie's here. Benny's now here. Everybody say hi, guys. Good to see everyone. Thanks so much for all coming in. If you got questions about cruises, by all means, jump in. Once again, I'm going to pop this up there. Let me get that graphic off the screen for you. But this is the one that we just announced this past week with Tony and Jenny B. We got Canada, New England, October 11th to the 18th on the Enchanted Princess. She is going to New York, Newport, Rhode Island, Boston, Portland, Maine, St. John, New Brunswick, Halifax, a sea day. And then if you want to, you can add in a 7-day history tour that will start in Washington, D.C., end up in New York City. It's just like Alaska. You know, they have those cruise tours in Alaska that everybody knows about. This is exactly the same thing, except it's going to be American history, Washington, up to Philadelphia, and then finally up to New York. Then, of course, the big one that we've been talking about, too, is the Philadelphia cruise, April 16th through the 23rd. There are literally about 250 people who are booked on this one right now. It's really, really exciting. It is, like he said, this is the Lido Loca Triangle cruise. We're going to do Philadelphia, Bermuda, Charleston, and then back to Philadelphia, effectively making the triangle. Is it the Bermuda Triangle? I don't know. Is the Bermuda Triangle on that north side there, or is it on the south side? I thought it was on the Florida side, but I'm not exactly sure. So if anybody knows, just let me know. That would be good information to know. And then, so I kind of said, oh, you know, we're kind of going on a cruise at the same time. So a new one that Rebecca and I kind of chose because we wanted to go on it. Is Canada to New England, Canada to Miami. This is going to be on the all new Brilliant Lady, Virgin Voyages Brilliant Lady. She's coming out in September. So this will be about, I think, her 5th cruise when we get on it. And she's going to do a couple cruises out of New York. She's going to do a couple cruises like New York, Canada. And then she's going to go from Quebec and come all the way down to Miami for the winter season. So this is going to be 13 nights. One way from Quebec to Miami. I love this itinerary. We're going to start out in Quebec City. I have a couple of sea days. We're going to go down to Halifax, Nova Scotia. I have a sea day. We'll go to St. John, New Brunswick. We'll go to Eastport, Maine. We'll have a sea day. We're going to go to Boston, get some chowder. Then we'll hit Charleston, South Carolina. And then finally down to Miami on October 16th. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Rebecca and I are talking about maybe flying into Montreal for a couple of days, spend a few days in Montreal, check it out. And then we're going to take the train, spend a few days in Quebec.
So we're definitely doing that.
Oh, we're definitely doing that. That's right. Yeah.
We already bought the plane tickets.
We bought the plane tickets. So I guess we're doing that.
We got to figure out the hotels and the train. But other than that.
And here's the fun little drawing from Virgin. So again, this is 18 plus. You got to be 18 years old to get on the ship. When you book a cruise with Virgin Voyages, you get the Wi-Fi, the gratuities, every single restaurant on the ship, the soft drinks, and then the group exercise classes. All of that is included in the cruise fare. So if you guys have questions about that one or you want to come join us on that one, again, this is one that we wanted to do. It is sailing. Let me put it back to the top here. It is sailing on October 13th. It's going to be right there. October 3rd through the 16th. So unfortunately, if you want to join us and Lido Loca, you can't. It would have to be one or the other. Tony's got an amazing, that Enchanted Princess is absolutely gorgeous because it's one of the Royal class ships. It's beautiful. We got that beautiful 7-day out of New York. Plus, you can tack on the history tour, or you can do Canada to Miami with us. It's going to be kind of fun. We're going to fly up to Quebec, and then we'll take the Brightline home on the backside of it. And it'll be interesting to see which one is more expensive. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully, the Brightline won't be that much by that point. But so that is going to be that one. Oh, hey, Zach. Zach says that the Bermuda Triangle is south a bit, no precise basically, but basically from Bermuda to Puerto Rico to the coast of Florida. So hopefully we will be safe. I keep joking that 250 people will leave Philadelphia. We're not sure how many will make it back. So I don't know. It could be the final countdown all over again. And of course, folks, if you have any questions about these, just certainly reach out. One of the ones I can't wait, we're getting so close now, is the Alaska cruise. This is going to be the Oceana Riviera. What a beautiful ship. Now, this is their big ship. This is 1,200 passengers. This is the big one that's going to be up in Alaska. This is June 26th through July 8th, 2025. 12 nights, 8 ports. The group rates are actually done. However, for like another week, well, at least until the 31st, they have some ridiculous rates that they're offering right now that are pretty much just very similar to ours. And one of them even comes with free air. You can't get all the, you either have to choose, do you want the onboard perks or do you want the free air? This is going to be a really fun one. We've got, I think, around 30 folks coming with us. And what's really cool about this one is we're going to be going to 12 ports. So we're in Seattle, go to Ketchikan, Juneau, Icy Strait Point. We're going to see Hubbard Glacier. We go to Haines, Sitka, Wrangell, Klawock, and Victoria. And what I really love is if you look at the times next to it, you see that we're going to be in some of these ports for 12 hours. We're going to be in some of these ports for 14 hours. I think 8 hours or 9 hours is like the shortest stop in any one of these ports. So you've got significant time to go and see the things. And even where you see tender port, again, this ship only holds 1,200 people. It's not going to be that big of a deal to take a 10 because the tender holds 100 people. It's not going to be that big of a deal to get into port, even on the tender port. So this is going to be absolutely gorgeous. And what's really nice about Oceana is that they have so many inclusions. They have a program called Your World Included. So when you purchase the cruise fare, the gratuities are included. Every restaurant is included. Free soft drinks and specialty coffee. Those are included. Still and sparkling water, juices, smoothies, gourmet ice cream, unlimited Wi-Fi, yay, and even a self-serve laundrette. So, we've got a 12-night cruise. You can just pack for a week, wash your clothes one day. It's not a big deal. Or you could even send it out. And they have some amazing restaurant. You got the main dining room. You've got the Polo Grill, which is your steakhouse. Toscana is Italian. Jacques from Jacques Pepin, who is their culinary advisor. That is your French restaurant. Red Ginger's amazing Asian restaurant. Terrace Cafe is the buffet. That's the buffet, I think.
Yeah.
Waves Grill is out by the pool. And they have afternoon tea, and then Baristas is your coffee house. So absolutely amazing. This is on our website if you want to learn more about that. But it's coming up in June. So it's coming up in June. If you want to come join us, it's going to be amazing. We're going to spend the 4th of July in Alaska. How fun is that? That should be a lot of fun. Another one that we're doing, we're going to Hawaii. We're going to be in Hawaii. So we're going to be on the Margaritaville Islander for Valentine's there this year. We'll be in Hawaii or on the ship for Valentine's Day next year. So this is just one of those that Rebecca and I have really, really wanted to do. It's going to be on the Emerald Princess. So look, the Emerald Princess is not a new ship by any means. She is a classic ship. We have a balcony literally right on the aft, sort of kind of a corner balcony. It's not like you can look around and, come around the corner, but you can kind of look a little bit. And this is going to be 16 nights round trip from Los Angeles, February 4th through the 20th. I have never been to Disneyland, so we're planning maybe to do 2 or 3 days in Disneyland prior. But here it is. We leave Los Angeles. We spend 5 days at sea, so it's almost kind of like a transatlantic. Then we go to Kauai, Kahului, Hilo. I missed Honolulu. We start out in Honolulu, then Kauai, then Kahului, then Hilo. 5 more days at sea. And we hit Ensenada, your choice. You can get off the ship or you can stay on the ship. We're probably going to stay on the ship. And that Ensenada.
Valentine's Day, it looks like that's going to be our first sea day coming back towards California.
And that will be our actual, though maybe we'll do another vow renewal actually on Valentine's Day. Just do a little one. Let's do a little one. And so, again, we are thinking about adding on a couple of days if you want to come join us. In the happiest place on earth. We live near the most magical place on earth, and now maybe going there to the happiest place on earth. How many people have been to Disneyland? What do you guys think? You like Disneyland? Kathy, cool. So Jacques is on Oceana. Not only is Jacques on Oceana, we met Jacques. Jacques was on the ship last Christmas. We did a 12-night cruise last Christmas, and he was actually on the ship with us for the entire time. It was like hanging out with my grandfather. It was so cool. I grew up with this guy, watching him and Julia Child on PBS do their cooking show. I come home from school and I'd go ahead and watch the show, and it was so awesome. And there he was. And we only met him really. Well, I mean, we would have met him at some point, but I was wearing my Remy shirt that had the French cheeses on it, and they noticed it. And he's like, "Hey, who's that guy wearing the French cheeses over there?" I thought that was so funny. So, and by the way, I have forgotten to mention, we're already a half hour into the show. If you guys have ideas for where would you like us to go next? We are thinking about ocean and river for 26, maybe even 27. Some of the 27s are starting to come up, but Rebecca and I are starting to do some long range planning for 26 and the 27. If you guys have some, start throwing it into the chat. Rebecca hopefully has a notepad somewhere, but we picked Hawaii because of you guys. That was part of it too, because this is something that we really wanted to do. But then you guys said, "Hey, why not a Hawaii cruise?" And I think there were enough people that were like, "All right, yeah, let's do Hawaii." So if you guys have some ideas for river cruises or ocean cruises that you might want us to possibly set up a group, you don't even have to say, "Oh, well, Kathy already did Christmas market." You don't even have to say that one because that's on the list. I can tell you, Christmas market cruise is on the list. For sure.
My theory, though, is if we're going to do, because it's looking like we're going to choose between the river and the ocean, probably.
Yeah. Well, no, but this could be multiple cruises.
I understand. But I'm thinking the river, since it's a little bit calmer, might be 27, because we're not getting any younger. So I want to do the active thing first.
Yeah, well, Christmas markets are active. You got to run. You got to run to get into those things. One more that I'm going to talk about real quick because I'm surprised actually that we still have the cabins. It says on the graphic last 5 cabins, but it's more like 3. And I'm surprised that Norwegian hasn't recalled them yet. But we still have a couple at group rate, and like our balcony is over $1,000. Our balcony is maybe $1,300 less than the public rate right now. This is the Norwegian Aqua, which Tony was just talking about. He's going to be on one of the early cruises on it. We're going to be on her after she makes her way over here to the States. 7 nights Eastern Caribbean from Port Canaveral. So the Eastern Caribbean. There we are, looking cute. Port Canaveral, Puerto Plata, St. Thomas, Tortola, Great Stirrup Key, and Port Canaveral are going to be the stops. Like I said, we only got a couple cabins left. And I know that the balcony is something like $1,300 off the public rate. So yeah. So those are basically the cruises so far. Let me go ahead and bring this back up and then bring this back up. And I've got other graphic that I can show you. But those are some of the groups that we're doing. And if you guys want me to bring any of those back up on screen, you just let me know and I'll be happy to talk through them. All of those cruises are available in one shape or another on our website, or you can go to the landing page. Like I said, with Tony's October cruise is the first one that we've set up with our brand new system where you can literally look at the entire cruise. You can select the stateroom and you can even authorize the deposit payment all in one shot. If you know you definitely want to go, just pick it, authorize the payment. The deposits are totally refundable on that Princess cruise as well. So yeah, Zach wants to do all of the cruises. You got to get working on your clone. Absolutely. River cruise without Christmas market. Too cold. Right, Betty. We got that.
Oh, speaking of which,
Rebecca found one today.
I found it's amazing river and land. Well, not river. I don't know what you'd call it, but
yeah, it was river. It was a river and land. It was a river. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it was on Uniworld. They have it for 2025. They don't have it. If they're going to offer in 2026, it's not out yet. But they started in Milan, stayed in Milan, then you did some stuff, and then you went to Venice. Then you were on the ship. And then you go, when you get back, you go from Venice to Rome, and then you're in Rome for a few days.
Yeah. If anybody wants to talk about this one, oh my God. If this one is offered in 26, this could very well be like a group or something.
They do have in 26, they do have it without the Milan to Venice part. They have the Venice to Rome part.
Right.
So I don't know if they'll be adding the Milan to Venice portion of it, but
here it is. So you start out on land in Milan for a couple of days, then you join the ship, and you do Venice for a couple of days. You come down. You're basically going to hang out in the Venice area, just kind of moving up and down the river. Then you're going to disembark, transfer down to Rome. So 13 days total, with like 7 days on the ship, and then the rest of it outside. This is Uniworld, one of our river partners. And Rebecca saw this. I'm like, oh my gosh, if they have this in 26, we are totally going. This could be the river cruise for 26. This one right here. So that would be absolutely amazing. So yes, we definitely want to do a river cruise. That is not a Christmas market. I'm totally with you on that. So please send you info on the Caribbean cruise this May. Yes. Well, Susie, I'll tell you what, please send me an email. Because Rebecca could write that down, but it'd be a lot easier if you just drop me an email and say, hey, Walt, send me the stuff on that one. Have we ever done AMA Sonata river cruises like around European areas? So Sonata is actually a name of their ship. Ama Waterways is the name of the cruise line. We have not personally done AMA yet. In fact, we haven't done any of them in Europe yet. That's coming. But we have booked quite a few people on AMA. We booked Avalon and Uniworld. And AMA is a really, really nice cruise line. And they have, what's really interesting about the river cruises is that they build a lot of ships specific for the rivers that they're going to go on. Different rivers call for different ships. And I thought it was very, very interesting. But they are absolutely beautiful. A lot of the river cruises, the inclusions are very similar, but not exactly the same. I want to say Uniworld has like the most, except, well, no, they do have the shore excursions as well. So while we have not done one specifically yet, I've got a very good working relationship with Ama Waterways. If you'd like to talk about it, certainly just reach out. Where's WalterTravel.com. There are links down in the description if we can help you out. Of course, our services are 100% free to you. And that's the thing, some of the products that we sell, no, we haven't personally been on them yet. But one, we have the training. Two, we have the resources and the connections with the cruise line itself. Three, there are approximately 5,500 agents that all work under the umbrella of KHM Travel Group, of which Where's Walter Travel is a part of. And there are plenty of those agents, and we all share. We all share information. And so while I can't give you first-person experiences, I can give you the next best thing, which is to talk to one of my colleagues who has been on the ship, and they tell me specifically. And we all tell each other the good, the bad, the ugly. And there's not a whole lot of bad to say about Ama Waterways. They're a really, really good river cruise line for sure. Betty Sims is saying that you're going to send some river cruise ideas. I love that. So it's advertisements for some areas around Austria, et cetera. Yeah. So Ama is everywhere. Definitely reach out. We'd be happy to assist. Ama I'm trying to remember how many ships they have. They have quite a few ships out there, and they have quite a few different itineraries. One of the things that we're starting to see a little bit more of, like what Uniworld did with the land, quote unquote, land sea, land river, where they extended out. But even some of the river cruises are like extending out to like even 14 days. Like they're going longer journeys, or maybe it's 2 rivers, not 1. So there's a lot of things that have been happening in the river cruise world, even just as much as the ocean cruise world, where it's like, well, a lot of people have done this. And it's like, a lot of people have been to the Caribbean, so we need to start mixing it up and doing some other things besides just the same islands in the Caribbean. Well, the same things are starting to happen with the river cruises too, where they're starting to figure out some other ways to do it. So, hey guys, how are you? And man, everybody is here. Oh, Croatia, Italy, Greece. I like that. Alex wants to go somewhere warm, just trying to announce at the same time. We'd love to go to Hawaii, but Tony's Philly cruise is too close. It is really close. I mean, we're going to come home on the 20th. And then we've got, wait, don't we have something else in April? Oh, yeah, we're working.
Well, I kind of personally would rather delay that thing till later.
Yeah. Well, we don't know. There's a potential. There's a potential. I don't want to call it a themed group cruise, but there's a very targeted group cruise that may happen in April of 26. That one will be on Explora if it happens, but it'll be a much smaller one, and it's possible one that maybe Rebecca won't be on because maybe she's going to do something else at that time because she doesn't want to do both that in Philadelphia. Boy, am I getting a look right now. I should turn the camera your way because God help me if I actually go on an Explorer ship without Rebecca.
Darn straight.
That ship is, oh my gosh. You guys just don't know.
I don't care if I'm not interested in the theme.
I booked the most amazing couple on Explorer One. They are doing a beautiful journey in April where they're going to go from the U.S. all the way to Greece. And I want to say, what was that, like 28 nights or something like that? I am so jealous of them to be on the Explorer ship for 28 days or whatever it is. Oh my goodness. Oh, I could live on that ship. So, hey Jackie, can I send you information on the Valentine's dinner on the Margaritaville group cruise? So that is basically done. If you wanted to book the dinner, like with the group, with JWB Steakhouse, we sent out multiple emails a while ago. If you still want to try to get it, you can go ahead and book it yourself for that evening. But what we did was we sent in a list of a whole bunch of people who had pre-booked dinner packages already on the ship, and then we sent in a list. So if you didn't send in your information on that, just go ahead through cruise control, and you should be able to try to book dinner. They may still have. I would not be surprised
if you, I can't remember who said yes, and maybe they are already going to be there. But you're going to have more information this weekend on the finalized itinerary for that cruise.
Yeah. I've got Alyssa coming over tomorrow. Alyssa is my fellow colleague over at KHM Travel Group. We came up with this idea. We both came up with the idea to do a group cruise while we were on the inaugural sailing. Alyssa and I had never met each other. And the head of the groups department on Margaritaville, Greg, said, hey, you need to meet Alyssa. Alyssa wants to do a group. And I think your idea would be great for her. And so we kind of came together and we put this Valentine's cruise together, which is awesome. So it's just, we can work together on it. And we've got about, I want to say like 135 people coming on it. And of course, you heard Tony a little while ago. Tony's going to be on there. We didn't know it's their anniversary. I reached out. I said, hey, you guys want to come on this thing? And they said, our anniversary is in February. That'd be perfect. I was like, yay. So they're coming on. There's Alyssa. Hi, how you doing? Hey, Emily, how are you? Good to see you, man. It must be late or early, really, really early over in England right now. But yeah, Alyssa, I'll see you tomorrow. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna be sitting right here in where's Walter Central,
and not outside this time.
Not outside. No, we had a lovely meeting the last time out on the sun porch, but I don't think we'll be out there tomorrow. It's just too doggone cold. So. Yeah, let's see who else is. Any other questions there? Okay, good. But yeah, no, Alyssa, we're gonna have some fun tomorrow. I'm very excited about putting this thing together. Margaritaville at Sea comes with its own challenges. From a travel agent perspective, the product is amazing, and they've actually made their website, and they've really taken some great strides with their website. The cruise control feature is not bad. And they've taken some great strides on the consumer side. It's the public side. They still got some work to do to give us a little bit of better support. And that's another reason why I'm really, really glad that we're not going this alone, that we're working with Alyssa. Alyssa's actually done a lot of the heavy lifting, putting together the agenda, coming up with some of the ideas. She's got some really fun little things to do on the ship. Her and Rebecca have gone nuts. Coming up with, we're going to have a swag bag for everybody, a fun little Valentine swag bag. And these two have just gone nuts conspiring on everything that's going to be in that swag bag. We've got wristbands. We've got the whole 9 yards, man. This is going to be this is like our own Coachella. What do they call that? Coachella. It's like going to be that, man. We got wristbands. We got everything. And then Tony might sing. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe, what's the temperature? You're in Chicago. How you doing? I'll tell you what, I think we got above 40 yesterday. I think. I don't even know, but it was
we
chilly.
did.
Yeah, it was cold. And it's still kind of biting out there today. I know.
Well,
40s.
Anytime it's under 50 here in Florida, it's considered.
I mean, if Stephanie was here right now, you
freezing.
probably wouldn't even see her face. She would just be like, she'd be like in that big puffy jacket and everything. So, yeah, I'm going to see Stephanie next week. Stephanie and I are going cruising. Rebecca's so excited. She gets the house all to herself. So Stephanie and I are going to be on a cruise ship for 4 nights next week. It's going to be so exciting. I haven't cruised with her in a while. Man, when was the last? Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, like 2 years ago now, almost. That was the last time we cruised. So we're going to be on a ship together. Who knows? Maybe I'll get her to come
Thanksgiving
live.
23.
Yeah, Thanksgiving 23. So it's been a while. What about all you guys? Who's going on a cruise? Anybody going on a cruise this weekend? Anybody going on a cruise this month? I know I got some folks that are going with us in February, and I've got a big group. So next week I'm taking a big group. Funnily enough, Margaritaville Islander. We keep talking about that Islander. I've got a big corporate group that has a partner meeting, sales meeting, something like that. Got a big group coming on to the Islander for 4 days. They're going to do 2 full days of meetings while on board. So I'm basically just going along, just kind of liaise between them and the cruise line. So. Joe. Wow. Wow, Joe. Joe. Yeah, wow. Chicago. Wow. That is amazing. That kind of takes me back to Syracuse. I went to school in Syracuse, and that takes me back to that. I remember we lived in a house just below the Carrier Dome. So when I walked to school, I had to go up the hill and around the Carrier Dome. And when you came around the Carrier Dome, the law, and in the wintertime, there we go. Okay, it's sort of kind of back. I don't know what that's all about. And we're hardwired in too, which is kind of odd. So I have no idea. If you guys could still hear me while we were frozen like that. Sorry about that. But yeah, you needed to know when you came up to the Carrier Dome to walk backwards as you came around the corner. Otherwise, you were going to get blasted with a whole face full of refrigeration in your face, which was not a whole lot of fun. So let's see, where are we? All right. So new group cruises for next year. We don't know yet. We need to get some ideas from you guys. We're looking at, potentially Explora at some point next year. We're still kicking around, like Thanksgiving and Christmas of next year. We're still not sure if we're going to do that again. I mean, I have really enjoyed going on cruises for Christmas now. I didn't think I would. But being at sea for Christmas and New Year's is really, really nice. I'm really, really enjoying that. So, yeah, we might do it again. Doing it again. What?
Snow in Pensacola. That's like apocalypse.
8 inches of snow. I know. I mean, the whole southeast the whole southern part of America got just frozen in. So, wow. 8 inches of snow. So, yeah, Bills fan, it's that cold. It's so cold. How cold is it? I'm frozen. I love it. Yeah, that was weird. We are literally, so we actually hardwired now. We're not even using the Wi-Fi when we do these shows. So I don't know. I'm going to drop StreamYard and go with something else at some point soon. So why don't we walk through the group cruises again real quick? I know I've got graphics, so I don't necessarily have to go to the screen. I don't have a graphic for Tony for the newest one. So let me just get that up real quick and just pop that up on the screen. If you want to go on the all new Lido Loca group cruise, that is going to be October 11th through the 18th, 2025. It's a 7-night cruise. You're going to come out of New York. You're going to do Halifax, St. John, I believe Boston's in there, Newport's in there, Portland, Maine. And there's an optional 7-night pre-cruise tour, just like Alaska. It's a land tour, just like Alaska. You do a 7-day land tour, Washington, Virginia, Philadelphia. Then you're going to meet up with the ship in New York City. And then we got the Philadelphia cruise, which is the Lido Loca group cruise out of Philadelphia. That is the Philadelphia Triangle, happening on April 16th through the 23rd of 2026. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to Hawaii for Valentine's Day next year, February 4th through the 20th, 2026. We come out of LA, we go to Honolulu, Hilo, Kahului, Kauai, Ensenada. Before we come back, there are a total of 10 sea days in that one. 4 days around the island, 1 day in Ensenada. And if you want to come with us, we're thinking about going to Disneyland for 3 or 4 days before. Coming up very soon. Now, our group rates are done. However, Oceania is having fantastic specials right now. If you'd like to come and join us, you can still come join the group in Alaska, June 26th through July 8th. We're going to have the 4th of July up in Alaska. That should be a lot of fun. Gems of the Last Frontier. We've got quite the laundry list of ports here. You Ketchikan, Juneau, Skagway, Icy Strait, Point, Klawak, Victoria. No Skagway. It's Haines instead, and up to 14 hours in port in these. So it's going to be really, really amazing. We have just a couple of cabins still left for Norwegian Aqua, May 31st through June 7th. And then I talked about Quebec to Miami. That is going to be the October 3rd through the 16th on the all brand spanking new Brilliant Lady. I'm so excited for this one. I really am. 13 nights just coming down the Eastern Seaboard. We may just hang up a sign that says closed for 13 days. Who knows? But so we're going to do Quebec, Halifax, St. John, Eastport, Maine, Boston, Massachusetts, Charleston, South Carolina. Before we come into Miami, I am hoping that Virgin Voyages will try to one-up Royal Caribbean. You know, when Royal Caribbean brought the Icon into Miami, their goal was to wake up Miami. I told Virgin Voyages, your goal should be to wake up Fort Lauderdale. Because Fort Lauderdale is like 20 miles away. So we should try to do that. But those are the groups that were going on. If you guys have questions about any of those, you want to book any of those, just simply go to our website or reach out to us, where'swaltertravel.com. There are links down in the description. And of course, if we can help you in any way with any of your travels, just reach out, where'swaltertravel.com. Our services are 100% free to you. If you were on here earlier and you saw Tony, we're so thankful for their friendship, for their partnership, working with us. We also have Stephanie from the Sean and Stef channel and Peter over at Cruise RX, who's delivering the news almost every single day. So thankful to have all three of those. And if you're wondering, well, what does that mean? You know, okay, so they're partners. Well, what does that mean? It means that every time you book travel with us and you were referred by any one of our travel partners, they get a portion of our commission. And that is for every single trip that you book with us. It's not just the first one. It's not just when you book a group cruise with Tony. It's any cruise that you book. Like once you're referred to us by Tony, we put a little tag on your name. And then every single time you book a trip, a portion of our commission goes off to support Tony and Jenny B, goes off to support Stephanie, goes off to support Peter and his channel. And that's how those travel partnerships work. I mean, I believe it's the right thing to support them, not just for the first. Barbara, great question. The Quebec cruise is not on our website. It's the only one that's not up there. But if you want to know about it, just simply reach out and ask. I just haven't had time. Well,
and it's not officially a group yet.
It's not officially a group yet. We still need to get a few more folks booked, but we can turn it into a group the moment we hit 10 cabin. And we're starting to get there. So no, Barbara, it is not on the site yet, but you can just simply reach out. Or you can just, you could also take a look at it on Virgin's site. But I was getting ready to set up some stuff for it. And then Tony and Jenny B set up a meeting with us. And they said, hey, let's do a group. And I said, all right, let's do a group. So I needed to get their landing page all set up. Now that that's set up, hopefully this weekend, maybe I'll set up a simple little landing page for that one as well. But no, it'll be there soon enough. I hope, get it over there. So, and like Rebecca said, it's not officially a group yet. But if we, because, you know, it's one of those 13-day cruises. It starts in Quebec, it ends in Miami. We didn't know really like how many people would really be interested in something like that. It's something that we really wanted to do. So it's more like a come cruise with us. And if we can get 10 cabins, yay, then we can turn it into a group and we can add some amenities to it and things like that. We love Virgin. We have two very, very big announcements potentially coming with Virgin Voyages. One of them actually will actually be another corporate deal, but the other one is actually going to be another nice group cruise. As soon as we can get everything squared away with Virgin Voyages, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, we might be announcing a really nice Virgin voyage out of Miami. It'll be a sailing out of Miami. Is it 7 nights? I think it's 7 nights, but I'm not sure. That's the big thing, by the way. If you guys are fans of Virgin Voyages, oh, hey, big news from Virgin Voyages today. My next Virgin Voyages only costs $150 now. If they were $300, they've dropped the price down to $150 as of today. So if you're on the ship and you want to get a My Next Virgin Voyage, only $150 instead of $300. That's really, really nice. And now you can buy 4 of them for $600. It's great. But yeah, so we're having a big meeting with Virgin Voyages tomorrow. And what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So if you haven't looked at Virgin Voyages lately, they're now in a situation where they have 4 ships. Almost, September the ship will be out, but they're selling. And if you look at next winter is very interesting. We're going to have all 4 Virgin ships are going to be in the Caribbean. 3 of them are going to be sailing out of Florida. One's going to be sailing out of San Juan. Take a look at these itineraries. They're amazing. There are, it was, okay, west, east for one ship. The other ship's going to do 4 or 5, and that's just what we're going to do. And now they've just mixed it all up. They've finally been listening to you guys. They've been listening to us, and they're really mixing up these itineraries. And the biggest thing that they've really done is now when there's only one ship in Miami and the other 3 are out doing their thing, they're now sprinkling in some 7s. And I think they may have even thrown a 10 in there as well. But it's not just going to be that 5-4 on repeat. They're like, okay, we need to throw some other things in here. So they're finally starting to do that. Alex, is it a sea terrace or above? The My Next Virgin Voyage? Yes, it is. You cannot use the My Next Virgin Voyage for anything under a sea terrace. It must be a sea terrace or above. If you just want to be in a sea view. Now, interestingly enough, sometimes the sea terraces are either the same price or just slightly more than a sea view. So, but I will say the sea view, one of my favorite cabins on the entire ship. Now, the Cheeky Corner is the best cabin on the ship, period. That's for me. Cheeky Corner doesn't get any better than Cheeky Corner. You can have the massive suite. That's fine. I want the Cheeky Corner in the back. But I think the really fun stateroom is the solo sea view up in the front. It's the triangular ones in the front. We finally got a chance to see one on Resilient Lady. What a cool stateroom. I really, really liked it. And the view looking out the window straight out the bridge was really cool, right off the bow. That was a cool view, and what a cool cabin. Yeah.
Alex is bringing back the hammock farm.
Alex is bringing back the hammock farm. We want a hammock farm. We were talking to John DiOrio on Thursday night. If you didn't see the show last Thursday, please go back and watch it. John DiOrio, Vice President of Virgin Voyages here in North America. He's become a very good friend of ours. In fact, we're having dinner with him tomorrow night. We were asking one of our guests, I want to say it was Eric or Alex, said, what would it take to replace that net on the back? And it would take a heck of a lot of engineering. But then somebody threw out the idea. It might have been Alex. They threw out the idea of a hammock farm.
That was me.
That was Rebecca. Rebecca threw out an idea of a hammock farm. Just cover the net and put a hammock farm out there for everybody who's not in a sea terrace.
A little plot of hammocks.
And you know what you'd have to do? You'd have to give everybody like wristbands who are not in insides and sea views, because then anybody with a balcony, sorry, you can't use these. You have one. Go use yours.
And it'll be like the gym equipment. You have a half-hour limit. And then you have to let somebody else.
Everybody who's on an inside and a sea view gets a green band, so this way we know you get to use these hammocks. Benny, you're waiting to get your full concert schedule. Well, maybe you can play remotely from the ship. You put the headphones on. We do have that new streaming plan on Virgin. If you haven't seen it, Virgin now has 3 tiers of Wi-Fi. You got your basic Wi-Fi that comes with every voyage. They have the premium Wi-Fi, and then they have the work from sea Wi-Fi, which is premium. So just get that, Benny. Well, I got a camera. You see this rig right here? I'll set you up with this rig, and you can play remotely from the ship and join all of the concerts. That'll be awesome. So, Barbara, the one out of PR looks amazing. I'll tell you what, all of the itineraries out of San Juan that Virgin Voyages have put together are really good. And I have to give them props. Because nobody had Virgin Voyages Alaska on their bingo card. And I said, man, I don't know what the heck they're going to do up there. They really did a nice job. Those itineraries are really, really good, especially considering there are something like 64 ships in Alaska, and here they come sneaking in. The new kid on the block trying to get in there to do some stuff. They really did a nice job. I don't know if you folks appreciate just how hard it is to put some of these itineraries. I see some people going, oh, they should just go here. Oh, they should just go there. You know how hard it is to just go there? It's not that easy. There's there's 3 or 4 slots, maybe 2 in a port, and then your ship has to fit there. And then if your ship does fit there, is there another ship that's going to be there on the day we want to go? Oh man, there's just so much to it. So really, really big props to Virgin for putting together some very nice itineraries in Alaska. That was not easy. Alex is giving you props. He said that was yours, and very nice, Alex. Very nice of you to do that. Tell John that solo dinner change was awesome. Good. Yeah. If I remember tomorrow, I will. That was kind of nice. He's coming up this way. He just reached out and said, hey, let's go. You finished your surgery and back to normal, Benny. Yay. So Benny, you're going to be ready for our Valentine's cruise. I can't wait. So folks, we've been doing this for about an hour. That's all we usually do on Thursday nights. Thank you so much for coming in. We'll be back on Sunday morning at our usual, what time do we start? 10:30 in the morning Eastern time. And we'll go for about an hour and a half there answering your questions. Next Thursday, I don't remember if I have a guest yet, but we'll try to go back to our normal thing, getting guests on here. Oh no, next Thursday night I'm going to be on the Margaritaville. See, maybe I'll get Stef. Maybe Stef will finally join me. Who knows? But if the Wi-Fi is working,
buy her a bunch of drinks.
Huh?
Buy her a bunch of drinks.
Oh, I'll buy Steph a bunch of drinks, and maybe we'll just do drunk. We'll do drunk cruising instead of drunk history. We'll do drunk cruising next Thursday night. I'm going to be on Margaritaville Islander. Who knows, Steph, if you're watching. So next Thursday night I'll be on the Margaritaville Islander. Hopefully we'll go live from there, and then we'll be back to it. We'll just be back to our normal thing. So, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. If you got questions at all about any of those group cruises, or you want to come cruise with us, I really hope you do. Or you want to go cruise with Tony and Jenny B, such awesome people, just reach out, where'swaltertravel.com. And wherever you are, stay warm, please, and have an amazing evening, everybody. Thanks for popping in. Love you all, man. Have a good night.